Hi there. Some of you guys may have been to my page, Angler's Journey on Facebook or my Twitter feed, and this is kind of the Angler Journey YouTube channel. Just want to give a little introduction to myself here, a little background on myself, what I plan on doing with this channel, and maybe help some people out to start fishing. My name's Kevin Johnson. I live in Southern California, and I actually started fishing at a very young age. I don't know how many of you guys have flown over Southern California, but it's not exactly like flying over Texas or Georgia or Florida. Wow. I mean, just water everywhere. You look out your plane. You fly into the Southwest. Guys, there's just nothing here, man. Not a whole lot of water. A few big reservoirs. Lake Mead out in Nevada, California border. Or Nevada, Arizona border. You have Lake Havasu, some stuff along Colorado. But other than that, there's not a whole lot here. We got some reservoirs. We got some small lakes. A lot of ponds, or some ponds. I used to go fishing a lot when I was a kid. Started out with this spin cast Zebco 76. Caught a lot of fish on it. I used to fish down at the beach too. We have the ocean right here. I used to surf a lot and loved the ocean. Just loved the ocean. And we used to go down there and fish a lot from the pier and caught a lot of fish with this little thing. It's like 4 feet long, something like that. Still works. We did mostly still fishing, bobber, night crawler, toss it out there, wait for a bite. I loved it even as a kid, but it could be a little boring for some, still fishing, but it's all I knew, it's what we did all the time. And then as I grew, I was 9 years old when I got a replacement rod and reel, and it was, let me get this out of your way here. It was this guy, which was another Abu Garcia, Cardinal 764, and it's a 6.6, I think, medium light action rod, and I used this for years. But again, still the same kind of fishing, still fishing. I would take it down to the beach again, pier, drop it off, and I caught a lot of fish with it. It was great, And then as I grew, I was still fishing, and my grandparents owned a cabin up in Big Bear. And I used to go up there for long weekends, even a week at a time sometimes, and go fishing, trout fishing. The trout fishing there was pretty good. And, and then as I got older, I think about 18, 19 years old, I had taken my girlfriend up there for a little bit, and she's my wife now. And I bought her a Shakespeare bass combo. And I had my Abu Garcia. I went up there and rented a little aluminum boat. So went around the lake fishing, still fishing, and if I recall, I don't think we caught anything. I take that back. She caught a really bad sunburn. Took her back to the cabin. She was so sunburned. She was not feeling well, kind of nauseous, headache, just not doing too well. So I helped her out, got her comfortable, gave her some Tylenol, and then went fishing again. Didn't have the boat, so I went down and I fished from the shore. I'd seen a lot of people doing this, and just always, they're kind of casting and retrieving, and so I think, I'm gonna give this a try. I had some rooster tails, and I hooked one up. It was a little rainbow trout pattern one, and just kind of started retrieving it through the weeds, and that's when I saw this small bass just come shooting out and nail it. And he wasn't the only one hooked. I gotta say, I was hooked on bass fishing. It was great. It was like hunting, looking at the, it was, I couldn't believe it. It's just, the feeling was awesome. And especially as I began to find out, I tried different lures and they didn't work. They really had a preference for the specific, that rainbow trout pattern one, probably because there's a lot of trout there, I would assume, and that's what they eat. So, I was really kind of hooked on that and started doing it heavily. And of course, then, I got married and we had kids and just life started. And I didn't have time to go that much anymore. I was busy. I was working a lot. My job had me traveling all over the country. And I'd been to most of the lower 48 states and in Canada. And, so it was just really busy. At one point, I tried to get back into fishing, surf fishing is what I decided to try. Because, again, love the ocean. And I went and I bought myself this big 10-foot Shakespeare Alpha. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It's a great rod and reel. It's been working well. Still works really well. I don't use it very often anymore. In fact, almost never. But again, same kind of fishing. Still fishing. I cast it out there, long cast out past where the waves are breaking, and usually on a pyramid sinker, maybe some like a high-low rig or something like that with squid. Prepping squid worked well for me, or shrimp worked, and then wait for a bite. You catch a lot of decent-sized fish, easily 35-pound bat rays, leopard sharks. I'll catch and release, let them go. Great stuff, a lot of fun. But again, it's casting it out, sitting down with your bagel and your coffee, and wait. And so I got kind of bored, and I was still busy with work, so it fell by the wayside. And then probably literally just like a few years ago, obviously when I was a kid, we didn't have social media and YouTube to watch all these things. I started watching these channels, and I came across Dan Hernandez. I think I posted some of his things. He's down here in Long Beach talking about surf fishing with just a basic bass combo, and a Carolina rig, and but it was angling. It wasn't just sitting there waiting for the fish to come to you. You were out looking for them, and it was simple. And so I decided to take my younger daughter out, because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go online and look up how to fish, it's overwhelming. Make your head explode. So many different lures, techniques, rigs. Everybody's got a different opinion based upon water clarity, what the weather's like, what time of year, what are you fishing, what is the, it just couldn't, what color's the water, what smell does it have? Just unbelievable, and so it's really hard to get started. Now, I love researching things like that. I enjoy doing that. But for a lot, it doesn't. And for my kids, it doesn't. My younger daughter was interested, so we went down and we picked up a couple of new rod and reels. I actually already had the bass set up, but any excuse to buy something new is always good. So we went down and we picked up these Shakespeare Tigers. I have an 8-foot. This is an 8-foot. My daughter got the 7-foot. They've worked out really well. A little bit longer, so you can get a little better cast. I kind of regret not getting the 7-foot. A little bit easier to handle than the 8-foot, although I get a little bit longer cast out of the 8-foot. But it's worked out really well. Go out there, catch, Corbina, yellow croaker, surf perch. I've caught some halibut. And again, it's simple. Carolina rig. Maybe a half to 1 ounce egg sinker. Nothing too giant. And depending on conditions, and having been a surfer, I'm already pretty familiar with the ocean, with the conditions, and where to surf. I know where to see the fish. So we've done pretty well with that. It was a lot of fun. It was a much more interactive way of fishing, I should say, than just dropping a line off the pier and waiting. And so at that point, I said, we're going to go out and try and do some bass fishing. So I went online and asked people, hey, again, wanting to spend money, but hard sell for my wife to spend more money on it. And I went out and I asked people about the Abu Garcia rod and reel, my old one here, the Cardinal, and a lot of people saying, well, it was a good rod and reel, but it's probably going to break the first time you get into a decent sized fish. I got to be honest with you. I got a pretty decent sized fish, and my neighbor's out here throwing a bunch of bottles in his trash can, if you can hear that. But then this year for Christmas, I got 2 new rod and reels. I got a new spinning combo. It's Okuma Rocks. This has actually been a really, really nice rod and reel. It's a 7-foot, I think. 7-foot. And I've been using this for all my finesse fishing. Now, I know some of you guys are gonna look and go, that's not for that. That's not. But again, I don't have real deep pockets, so I can't go out and have I wish I could have a rod and reel for every type of fishing. Maybe I will eventually, but for now, this has been working great for me for all the finesse fishing during the winter months here. It's been working out really well. The other one I got here is Abu Garcia Silvermax, and this was new for me. Bait caster was very new for me. I've never used it. Bit of a learning curve, but actually got some great information online for how to do it. From Gene Jensen, Fluke Master. I don't know if you guys may have seen, I posted some of his stuff, but really helped out a lot. And with the whole bass fishing thing, has been a large help from some of the people out there, like Gene Jensen and Lake Fork guy, Lunkers TV. There's been some other bass resource, great informative channels, and it's fun to just watch people fish, but these guys are really teaching people how to fish and how to do different things, and so it's been a real help. So on a regular basis, I do a lot of surf fishing now too. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, 30 minutes from my house, I'm there. But also, we've got these little urban fishing spots, local parks. Most of them are garbage. They got nothing because, everybody and their mother wants to fish. They see a video, they go to Walmart, they pick up a combo, and they go down and they start fishing. A lot of them are not catch and release. They don't release them. They stock trout here from just, I think, December through like early spring maybe, and those get fished up, bam, like that. I mean, just nothing left. I've seen people take little, bluegill this big, toss them in their bucket and take it home. So why? But so things get fished out pretty quick. But we have a couple of spots here. I think there's some bass clubs that really hammer people to make sure they catch and release, so that's good. So we have, my daughter and I have a couple of spots we go to catch bass. In fact, that's where I caught that one I posted up here in the corner. Believe it or not, it was just at a park in the middle of a neighborhood, and several decent sized ponds they have there. But so you're going to see me doing stuff like that, just kind of getting started, and we'll, like I said, we'll be doing things like that. Some trips once spring comes here, up to Pudding Stone again and Prado, and I think maybe next time here I'm going to be doing a video. This next one, I might go do some surf fishing this weekend if it's not raining too much down there. We're supposed to have a storm coming in Friday, I think, from Hawaii, so it might be raining a little too much, so that might be put off. But either way, I just wanted to let you guys know that this page is just kind of to help maybe organize things a little bit better for beginning bass fishermen. I organize to a fault, and sorry, drink. Empire Strikes Back. I organize to a fault, and I have to have things in order, and there's a lot to learn when it comes to fishing. And so if I could help people just establish kind of a basic look. You want to get started out, this is kind of some basic structure that you can need, and then you can branch out from there so that they're not so overwhelmed by going to all of these sites all the time. Now, you can go to any of those other channels that I just noted. Phenomenal sites. Holy cow. I feel like I know those guys. I mean, I've watched them so much. They're so good on their videos. So if you like this video and you're interested from here on out, if you click like down below, which side, I don't know, and maybe even subscribe, that'd be great. Until then, again, my name is Kevin Johnson with Angler's Journey, and hopefully you guys can go along this journey with me.